In a previous video, I looked at the seamless HD project for Resident Evil 2 and I was impressed with how the developers behind it made the pre-rendered backgrounds and menus look new again. It wasn't perfect, but considering how many people upscale games like this via emulation and via upscalers for real hardware, seeing the backgrounds get an upgrade was a good reason to experience the game once again. Now, it's time to see how the same treatment fares on the next game in the series. That's right, Resident Evil 3. Very recently, Resident Evil 3 got remade, and in 2020, the remake finally appeared. As much as I love the remakes for Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, the fact that a small indie team is trying to enhance the original versions of these games is an achievement that I'm very interested in. I admire all the work they've put in, and thanks to the latest technology and knowledge out there on retro systems and video games, such developments are now possible, not just in the professional landscape. Using machine learning artificial intelligence, the team rebuilt the backgrounds using the GameCube port as a starting point. The Dolphin emulator is then used to make this happen, although the team had to make a custom version of it to work successfully with minimal problems. To see how well this has worked, I'm testing the seamless HD version at 4K using the settings that you see on screen. At the same time, I will be using the Sega Dreamcast port, utilising VGA with the OSSC, using its 2x mode for a 960p video output. With all that out of the way, let's begin. Alright, here we go. To truly appreciate the accomplishment here, we have to see what the changes bring to the table. First, we will just explore the new backgrounds before bringing in the Sega Dreamcast release. The effect is immediate, with everything getting a boost as expected. New visuals, new text, and cleaned up FMVs. It's all here, leaving you to ponder what's to come. Although the FMVs look better than on real GameCube hardware, it's not the SourceNext version, which is a shame. Still, you came here not for that, but for this. Resident Evil 3's selling point was the ability to explore some of Raccoon City, something fans wanted after getting a brief taste of it in the previous game. The new upscaled backgrounds really help bring the derelict city to life. By hitting the delete key, you can switch between the new and old backgrounds on the fly. In some scenes, the difference is breathtaking. Here are some examples for your enjoyment. The little details also impress too. Many signposts, labels, and even environmental details used to be ineligible. Now we can see what they say, or at the very least get more information on what the scenery is telling us. It's an achievement that should be celebrated. The fact that a team of few dedicated individuals made all of this gives me newfound excitement for other older games that also used Resident Evil's template. Renewing old games with new or improved features is just, well, it's fantastic if you ask me. As much as I love the new background, however, it's not perfect. If you inspect closely, the backgrounds can appear smeary or have what I call a chalkboard look to them. artificial intelligence upscaling can only go so far, and the team themselves even admit that on their website, stating that they manually have to clean up some of the more egregious examples. Makes you wonder how long this project took to undertake and then complete. It may not be flawless, but considering the work, I'm still very impressed with the results, and if you love Resident Evil 3, you just have to give this project a try. Raccoon City never looked so inviting. Well, you know what I mean. To help show how impressive this HD project is, I have the Sega Dreamcast version of Resident Evil 3 using VGA output and then doubling the 480p video to 960p via the OSSC. Make no mistake, the Dreamcast release still looks pin sharp, and I love this port of the game. VGA was a good choice from Sega, and it pays dividends here. Sadly, the pre-rendered backgrounds did not get any treatment or enhancement, and thus remain blurry looking and allowing the 3D models to stick out from them. When viewed side by side, the enhanced resolution and backgrounds from the HD project put the Dreamcast release in its place. Don't get me wrong, the Dreamcast port is still awesome and I absolutely adore it, but you just cannot argue with what we are seeing here. I'll leave you with more side-by-side footage for your viewing pleasure. Tell me which one you prefer out of the two. In the end, I feel the Resident Evil 3 Seamless HD project is another home run. I love how much better the pre-rendered backgrounds are, and the other visual touches do help make the experience fresh for players who played the console ports for many years. Not just that, it's just great in general to see how today's technology can be used to restore games of yesteryear. I not only look forward to other games receiving this treatment, but with how the team will make all of these enhancements possible for the Resident Evil 1 Seamless HD project. After all, there's no GameCube port of the original unless you count the remake, but that's not the version they're looking to enhance, I think. Regardless, what do you folks think of the Resident Evil 3 Seamless HD project? Let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you all again next time.